colour the flower, we're going to use a mixture of vine green dust, lemon and white. Which will mix together. And we'll dust the base of each petal. You can do this before you tape them together if you prefer, it's up to you. And the base of the keel. Don't forget to do the back of the petal. And the tip of the keel. And then just to finish off the petal, I'm going to use a little bit of plum on this pink petal. It depends on the colour of the flower, what colour you use at this stage. And just catch the edge of the petal. Don't put too much colour on your brush. Just right on the very edge. And bring your brush down to the centre just to blend it down. And there's your sweet pea. You can do the same for the bud. Just brush the colour down the base. And a little colour on the edges of your petals. To do the calyx for the sweet pea, I'm using mid-green paste that I've added a little white to, just to pale it down a little bit. Pinch a small pea-sized piece of paste, and using your pad, press it into the small hole, and then where it comes, the tip, just twist it round to make it thin. And with a small rolling pin, 6mm rolling pin, roll it out right from the base. For the flower, I'm using the Orchard Products R13 calyx, but just a small calyx cutter will do. These cutters are hollow, so you can put the back of the calyx through the hole. And if you put it back on your pad, with the dog bone tool, just press it into each piece of the calyx and press down to curl it back. Just make a hole in the centre. Add a little glue into that hole and pull your flower through. Just attach it to the back of the flower and twist it round to thin it again. For the bud we use the same method. And I'm using the smaller 13A calyx. Again, we'll put it on the back of the pad, dog bone it. Make a hole in the centre. A little bit of glue in the centre there. And thread your bud through. Attach to the back. Just give it a little twizzle to thin. For the leaves, I'm using 26 gauge wire, which I'm going to cut into 4. Sausage of paste, push the wire through the centre and roll out. And for the leaves, I'm going to use the Tinkertech leaf cutter. These are from the large set, the middle 2 sizes. And if you put the point of the leaf downwards, so it's the opposite way around to what you would normally use the cutters. Just give us a little squeeze around the bottom just to attach it to the wire. And then we shall use the Great Impressions single peony leaf veiners. You can use a real leaf to vein, but we're going to be using the single peony. Just put the leaf in between and vein. Just pinch up from the wire just to reinforce the central vein. And we just soften the edge with your dog bone tool. You don't want to make it too frilly, it's just to thin the edge. The leaves come in pairs for the sweet pea, so you do need to make them in 2s. To colour the leaves, we're going to use a mixture of vine, white and forest green. If we just dust onto the leaf. Little forest on the edge. To seal in the dust, I'm going to spray glaze the leaves. I don't want to do the spraying on my board, because I'm just going to put them on some kitchen paper. And this is Fabulo's spray glaze. It is an edible glaze. It should be done in a well ventilated place, and just lightly glaze, just spray, and we'll leave it for about 5 minutes. It shouldn't take long to dry this side, and then we'll turn them over to do the other side. I do like using spray glaze because you can do lots of leaves at one time. It's a lot quicker, and it doesn't disturb the dust like dipping or brushing. Sweet peas have tendrils, which we just make with tape. You can use half width or quarter width tape, and just pinch the end and twist. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it going, but then you can just twist it all together. That makes a long thin piece. And then, depending how tight you want your tendrils, you can use the smaller cell stick, or you can use a paintbrush handle and just wrap it round the pin and then pull the pin out, and you've got your tendrils. You want to attach these tendrils to your wire. I'm using a 20 gauge. I'll start by taping a little bit of tape onto the wire and then join on the tendril. And then we can add the leaves, as I said, in pairs. Take one in and take one the other side. Take the tape down a little further and then tape in another two. You can add as many leaves as you need. Make sure that your veins are all facing the right way. You want to put in another tendril, you can put in another tendril. And then we'll just place the flowers on the leaves just to make a little spray. And the flower. Just bend the flower slightly forward and tape. And then you can bend and shape to how you want it. With this spray I've used the smaller sweet pea cutter here, so there's the bud, the smaller sweet pea and the larger sweet pea, so it's graduated down the stem. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing the sweet pea being made. There is a tutorial on our website, sugaricing.com, if you would like to download it. Thank you for watching. Bye.